as it should. This week with technical stuff, but I'm here. Welcome, everybody to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is George Mokwena. I'm your host, and this is the place where we love South African football, we love African football, and we love European football sometimes. We are here because of the African bit now. Earlier this afternoon, we saw Orlando Pirates play versus Ahly and draw 0-0 in an very African game, and now we're watching Mamelodi Sundowns versus AS FAR Rabat, the team that Coach Nabi, Coach Nasreddin Nabi used to coach, and it was the team he was at before he came to Kaizer Chiefs, came second in the league, came second in the Kings Cup, to another coach that had been in South Africa, Joseph Zimbauer. So that is a very interesting thing here. They are playing in the Stade El Abdi, because their actual stadium is being renovated apparently. So this is why Mamelodi Sundowns is out here. Think of this as the old Peter Mokaba Stadium. Let me see. Sundowns don't have a good track record in Morocco, says Ubongs. Faradom says, we are Mamelodi Sundowns. Hey, ningas five. We. Ningati we. We are not we. Actually, I need to find out from those who are watching. GNU, is the GNU intact? For Mamelodi Sundowns, because I saw a lot of people saying Pirates, we might not be supporting them out in Africa. Is it intact for Mamelodi Sundowns? We have yet to see. Now, these two teams, AS FAR is second in the league, 12 games played, 5 wins, 5 draws, 2 losses. They have 18 goals scored and 6 conceded for a grand total of 20 points, whereas Mamelodi Sundowns is number 1 in the Betway Prem. Who would have thought? People are saying things before, but Asiko Lapo. Number 1 in the Betway Prem, 8 games played, 7 wins, no draws, 1 loss, 18 goals scored, 4 conceded for a grand total of 21 points. In the last 5 games, Mamelodi Sundowns have 3 wins, a draw and a loss. Their last game out being a 3-0 win versus Iskukune. A very quiet 3-0 win. That nobody was expecting. We all just saw it happen. We didn't know how because we were all complaining first half. But the score ended 3-0, so maybe they're hitting their stride as the team. And then, of course, as far on their side, they have 3 wins, a draw, and a loss themselves. And the last game out was against JS Swalem, who they beat 3-0 on the 30th of November as well. The starting lineups are as follows. For AS FAR, you have Benabid, you have Bukris, you have Huebib, you have Swabi, you have Canero, you have Bach, you have Rimat, you have El Fakhli, you have Warkan, Zuzu, and Bea. And then, of course, for Mamelodi Sundowns, you have Williams in goal, Khoza, Mvala, Mudau, Mudiba, Mokwena, Alenda Obas, Reynas, Shalulile, Ribeiro, which just basically means that Coach Mangoba is not playing around. Coach Mangoba is not playing around. He's brought everyone out for this game. Oh, for Shoza back on the bench. Apparently, he wasn't at the last game because he was doing his licenses, man. He's always trying to get better, for Shoza. So that's what happened. Let's see. Just saw Ramovic's Younger lose 2-0 in the afternoon. Hey, Ramovic is gonna learn, or hey, TS Galaxy and those guys is not the same. But to be fair to him, he hasn't had much time with that team. Here comes Mamelodi Sundowns on the attack. You see, I like it when Reynas lines up wide. Oh, they're still playing. Hebanna. FAR, FAR, Hebanna. They just carry on playing just like that. Wow. Bong says, he hopes Sundowns loses. CAF Champions League should have a league phase. We would love to see something. That would be very interesting. It could probably give us a lot more entertainment too, in terms of maybe having all of these teams in one round robin like what they're doing in Champions League. I think that would be very interesting. I don't know if we'd want to do it for travel and all of that stuff, but yeah, that's an incredible idea, I think. Why did the ref stop the game? I guess fair play. I don't know, Sinje. Fair play. But that's Eminem on the bench. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns is a very exciting team. This season, Ukosh Mangoba Let's try to make sure that they have as many teeth as they can have. But the only problem is that the consistency sometimes goes missing now. It could be early teething, and it could be, sometimes you just have a bad game. We're yet to see how it's going to look for the rest of the season. But it does seem as though some days you can beat them, some days they'll show up and they'll have 10, 15 shots on target, 15 shots at goal. But then other days, they might not have more than 2. So that is a very interesting part of this Mamelodi Sundowns coming into this game. FAR Rabat feels like they're trying to go for this game. Sorry, just in the middle of the analysis there. These guys are going at Sundowns. They're aggressive. They're physical. Hey, don't run at them. Don't run at them. Oh, okay. Yeah. Who's that? The number man with the hair. Can the ref stop the game because the player is down? I don't know. I think once the player's been down for a while, I've seen it done before. I'm not sure what the rules are. I'd have to ask Omaronza Omalume Kuto about that. But I believe it's done quite a bit, that type of thing, especially when the player's been down for a while. Yeah, let me see. This number 2. Get number 2. Number 2, Carnero. Au. Tante Shalili lo shabile dream le yena. Au, what dream le yena? Ye banda. Maybe that's the swag he needed to come and score goals. Is that the new? Let me not say it. Okay. Hey, before I forget, betters. Tell me what your ticket says. What have you guys said about this game?
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
What are you guys saying? Under 2.5, over 2.5, straight win, Sundowns. How is the bet slip looking? Please let me know. I just want to see something, man. OTS Rabat ever met any SA team in the ACL? I do not believe so. Because I believe this is also one of the first times they've been in this tournament. All I know is that their women's team has won a Champions League before. They're the ones that used to give Banyana Bastyle some issues. So that's very interesting. Oh, Fanenom, thank you so much for the gifts. Guys, Kupa, let's scream. Ke kope hapele the gift, guys. Sendang the gift, man. Ki Fanenom, man. Always, ki anolidang. Doing this thing. Okay, let me see. 8 minutes in, it is 0-0. This is how you play when you're at home, and this will keep on you away. Yeah, no, they're very aggressive. They're very aggressive. I'd love to know if they were like this under Coach Nabi, just as a comparison to see what was happening. But the problem with this is that you're making it a ping pong game, and I think that might suit Sundowns a little bit. If Sundowns can hold the ball, can hold the ball there by Williams, Reyners will get free. With Ribeiro. But these guys are running. And remember, Pelangale up north, it's currently winter. Right now. So it's cold AF where they're playing right now. Ahly had to do the opposite this afternoon, coming to a place that's hot from that wintry north. So that's going to be interesting. Just hold the ball, guys. Relax on. Hold the ball. Let them come to you. Let them press you. And then free up Ribeiro to free up Reyners, please. How are we feeling about Shalulile? I wonder what type of role Shalulile is going to play in this game, because I feel like when he's central, he kind of crowds the space for our Reyners, and they're not quite sure how to play out of there, or how to open up that space. If you could just go wide right a little bit and not have Ribeiro go wide right, I think you could see a lot more from Ribeiro. I even have the same sort of criticism with Allende. It's so sad to see Allende lining up so wide, because he was such an amazing box-to-box player. But because you've got Obas there and Mokwena there, and they seem to be taking those roles of attack, like right there, Mokwena was the one who put in the cross. It kind of takes him away, man. You know, it kind of takes Allende away, and it's kind of sad to watch him move around. Those are some of the questions that Coach Mangoba is going to have to answer, you know. The lights are out in the stadium. Lost because of Juventus, 2-0 Rabat. There's Zulogsta. Oh, for the betting clip, hey, I was like, hey, Kabuyelo says ASAP Shembe. Just this afternoon, Noli Habibi. Hey, Noli Habibi. Now you're no longer Habibi. Now Mfana Pitori. You can't just change just like that. Because Man City drew instead of a win. They're playing fast. Sundowns build slow. How? Shembe. Now we are in Habibi. We are in the place where Abo Habibi Walinteng. We are not a Habibi anymore. Here comes the corner from Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's see what they can do here. Yeah. Look at the physicality. Oh, there's the lasers. There's the lasers. Hey. When is CAF going to deal with that? Or do they view it like, you know, when people are complaining about Amavuvuzela, which they're so loud, and then people are saying that it gives the South African team an advantage. Are they choosing the lasers the same? Because it's not the first time. Well, it's not the first, it's every time there are lasers out. Look at nil at 11 minutes. Laser. Hey, Coach Steve, man. Is Coach Steve like the voice of Mangoba over there? Because he's always the one standing. And then Ufosloza and Coach Mangoba sit on the bench and talk to each other. Sundowns must watch out for the pressing trap set out by Rabat, says Lungster. Looks like a disco match with the lasers, says Top Tier. Hey, man. Why do you don't call them Pajama FC, man? Don't call them Pajama FC. I want to see this kit in real life. The people who have this kit, can you tell us, man? Does it bang in real life, or is it what we think it is? Hey, man. Trainers? Thank you, Obas. Thank you, Obas. Ah, Luana boy. Huh? They should be careful about going so hard. Next thing you activate Bandesh Mvala out of the blue. Look, for every free kick, for everything. I wonder how Pirates is going to feel when they face this type of stuff. I know you guys are going to say Confed Cup and all of that stuff, but in the Champions League, I wonder how that's going to affect the Pirates, or if it's going to affect the Pirates. At least the Sundowns players are kind of used to this kind of treatment for years now. And like somebody said, they're used to Morocco. They don't do super well in Morocco, but they're used to it. So let's see. There's the pressing traps. Okay, Ronman, play the ball to Ribeiro. Here we go. Allende. There's still a good pass. Let's see. Hi, Sailor. Eh. This team wants to also play it up from the back, but they're not very good. Sundowns could press them here and actually get something. Tucanero. Did thingy get him? Did Mudau get some revenge there? Ow! Mtakababa. Yeah, minangazi. Ngizingeni. Funny how Mangoba is the coach, but it's Mr. Dictionary who does all the coaching. I'm a Paris supporter, but that Sundown kit is top, says Lokster. I am Rabat fan for 90 minutes, says Ubongs. I was here, Maleven. I was here. I was a little bit late. I was a minute too late because my TikTok was doing things, but I was here. We watched it together. Musa, we have played in Africa before. It won't be the first time. I hear you guys. I hear you. I understand what you're saying. But Your players, a lot of them have not. If that makes sense. Your players have not. So it is new. Your coach has not. It's not to say that Pirates has never done it or you don't have notes. But when it's your first time out there, you have to think about the lasers and things like that. It's part of it, I think, right? We saw when Pirates was in CR Belouizdad. And I'm not saying that it's going to change or alter the way that Pirates plays that much, but there's things you learn. So, for example, the game today was a very African game. A very African game. Ahly showed that, guys, away, you just need to get your point. Away, you don't need to do that much. Whereas if you look at ASFAR right now newcomers though, but if you look at ASFAR, they understand that a home win is imperative. When you're playing at home, you have to go and try to get that win. So, guys, I'm not saying it's not a disrespect to Pirates' legacy in the Champions League. It's just saying that a lot of the players, most of that team, has not played Champions League football. My gosh. Unfortunately not Mzugulu. I can't show it because of copyright. But if you do want to watch it for free, sabcsports.com, SABC Sports Facebook page, SABC Plus, SABC2, all free places you can watch it. If you can watch this here, you can catch the game on Facebook, for example. So there are places available. The nice thing about CAF games is that they are given to SABC, so they do show them. We just played CRB past with flying colors. Hi guys, yeah, I didn't see many lasers at CRB. That's Algeria, but Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. I say 2-0 loss for Mamelodi Sundowns. Okay. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Look, for all of the work that Rabat has put in up to this point, they don't have anything to show for it, right? So they don't have a shot. They don't have that type of thing. So Sundowns could just be rope-a-doping them, because remember, in this game, Sundowns is the more experienced of the two teams. So it could be just Sundowns absorbing and understanding that, okay, let them tire themselves out before we come out and hit them, or let them get overexcited so that we can hit them on the counter. It could be one of many things. So I think we'll see how the plan works out. But again, you're not going to get games like this usually. And the funny thing in Africa is that the more active team is usually the team that loses, funny enough. But here comes Rabat. They may be able to get their first opportunity. There's the shot. Oh, just over. Just over from just at the top of the box. From number 3, back. I don't know if it's batch back. Okay. The best team in Africa is playing since open mind. ASFAR missed Nabi. Not fighting, two stating facts, only worried about going to unstable Mali. Says Ulongster. Rabat get the first shot. Yeah. So let's see. At least this game is a lot more livelier in that sense. But yeah, I don't know. Sundowns. I don't like this wide play. I don't like the fact that that Ribeiro, that Kimang Reynas is so low. Wait, I saw somebody saying RMR here. RMR would have been incredible here. We just got our first shot. Oh, really? Our first shot. Yeah? Now Ashraf. Now Ashraf, or do you have a different name for yourself? Rulani. Hey. Eziyawa lapha phambili. Don't activate Pandesh Mvala. What's happening? They're forcing this white play. It's not their style. Yeah, it's not their style, but also you question the effectiveness of it. You know, even when Rulani was going wide, it wasn't an effective thing. You don't have a Shalulile is not that striker anymore. What's also irritating about the wide play is that you go wide, but then you don't get anything from it. So Mudau doesn't necessarily cross. You know, he doesn't cross, he doesn't cut back. Reina is not a winger, so when he gets the ball, he usually just loses it. So, hey, that wide play, man, I don't know about it. I do not know about it. But yeah, injury. Nah, but I think he'll be fine. Let's see. He stayed down for a while there, though. Yeah, no, he's saying no. Vala, you just came back from injury, buddy. Not like this. Off of a clearance. He tried to step on it there. I wonder what is gone. I wonder what happened there. I don't know. Is it the ankle? Is it a ligament? Yo, Vala to shame. And he just got back in. Sundowns 4-3 diamond needs fast transition, says Lungster. Live score predictions. I've seen people say 2-0 loss to Sundowns. I think this is probably going to be a 1-0 win. I'm going to be patriotic. A 1-0 win. Tyler says, can you guys be patriotic when Sundowns plays a way they're representing all of us? Yeah, well, you could argue that way, but I think Velile has some grounds to not be because there were other people who were with Ahly. So yeah, he's done. Let's see. Maybe we can get a clue as to what happened here. No, that was the chance. That was a chance from back. Libusa's very slow, but let's see. My dragon. Yeah, no, Shem. Yeah, the landing killed him. I think the biggest indicator was when he tried to step. When they were picking him up and he tried to step, and he was like, I can't do it, Shem. I feel sorry for him, man. Oh, Mvala. He's so unlucky. Bagu Huye. Okay, Kutsia is another level of unlucky, but Bagu Huye, Abu Kutsia. Shem. Every time he tries to get back in. Nope, Sundowns are representing themselves. Bafana is wearing liquor. Hey, Maranawe. Spelling, Belile. Spelling, man. Nizasikhulumisa ezinye izinto esingafuni ukuzikhuluma, man. Okay, so Mbala has come off. Libusa has come in. Very interesting to see how that's going to pan out. Look, this ASFAR team hasn't shown a pace. They've shown a pressing, but they haven't shown a pace. So maybe Libusa will be fine if they're just a little bit more disciplined there at the back. Away. Debza vele ujesa team, just like that. I'm poor. He could have turned there. Okay, at least he came back to take it. But the patriotic, my left foot there, he supported Ahly with their fans. I know injuries are cooking us this season, says ASAP. The laser thing, yeah, Bora says David. Nabi was at Orlando Stadium when Pulukwani City is training. He was remembering African competition, guys. They're good in pressing. This is why I said he must be benched. No, they're good with pressing. Hey, Mara, Sundowns also making a lot of mistakes. I feel like there's so many things that have changed at Mamelodi Sundowns. This is how you do it. You have Allender drop in and be the one that plays the ball. You need a Kutsia type character. And when I say Kutsia, I don't mean necessarily the defensive side, but somebody who can drop in and actually get the ball, turn and play the ball. You know, Obas is running to the wing. Like this is an act. This is, it seems like it's a coach's instruction. Now Obas. He's running from the ball, Obas, man. Hey, you gotta give this AS4 team some credit for their running, man. They've been running, like they're trying very hard. The effort they're putting into here is insane. Will it mean anything? I don't know. And what does this game look like 60 minutes in? I don't think they can keep this pace up, especially as the ones who are being aggressive with the ball. I don't know if they can keep it up. Backline Libusa no khoza CAF. Let's see. As I said, watch out for the pressing traps, says Ulungstar. Top tier says, I heard Manqoba was watching your analysis videos. Ah. From who? Hey guys, don't do that to me. Now I must cater. From who? Guys. Hey, please. I prefer khoza than Sesane. Tyler says they can't run full 90. Maybe they watch, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Kimango. Ribeiro, you're running too much, boy. Ribeiro, you're running too much, boy. Yo, wait. Okay, here comes the counter. They're not putting that many people into the counter, actually, when we look at them. Okay, here they go. Get the ball to Ribeiro. Reina, you shouldn't be standing there, fam. You should be making a run. Oh, there's the pace. Hey, they're blinding the ref too. I think Far is also nervous and cautious. Look, the first 10 or so minutes, they were trying very hard to push. I think they're probably going to do another push for my 35 minutes. VAR is only there for later. Yeah, Mudiba, but you could also say that the guy was leaning into it, like he wanted the tackle. That was a pen, though. That was a pen. Where are the refs? I need the refs to come in, because he didn't touch the ball. That was a pen. Mzugulu says we must be careful, Kori last minute. Velila says we are being robbed now. Hey, labo wibenu. Hey, Velila, I didn't know there was an Orlando, Leo Morocco, man. Bengaz, man. And all this time when you're calling into the show and speaking to me, can't you phone from Morocco, Evan? Yeah, big PSL up. Straight pen. Why is he sliding? Guys, Mudiba is not good defensively. And if you come at him for his defensive things, sometimes he's found wanting. Especially when people come direct, especially in systems like these where he's asked to play more of a traditional left back type role, right? I think it's actually a big conversation about Mudiba specifically, that can he be called the best left back in the country? Can he be called the best left back in the country if most of his role is not necessarily defending? and it's inverting into the midfield, where left back is just the place they start. So can he be called that? And it's not to say he's not a good player, don't get me wrong. He's an amazing player. But I'm asking specifically when you speak about the position of left back, can you be the top left back playing like Umudiba? For example, I just want to ask, I'm not fighting. It's a clear pen. The Rulani boys are off today. Mudiba, Tebza, Mudawe. Agent, don't separate them. Ribeiro loses a lot of balls whenever he plays. He's running. I don't know why he's running. Remember that movie Goal? Is it Goal? The one where that kid goes to Newcastle. There's that scene where they say, you know, the ball moves faster than you. Ribeiro, for some reason, is trying to carry the ball, like take the ball and carry it in, instead of maybe playing some sort of 1-2 system to get forward. They're just crowding him out. And I get it, there's a space there in the middle that can be attacked. But when he goes into that space, he's lost the ball so many times when running. Pass it. Look at how physical. Look at how physical. Yeah. Oh, ref, you need to speak to them. Transparent cut. Okay, let me see. Clear pen. Sundowns are showing yet another weakness. Wonder why the coach has never seen it. The ref does not want the progressive forces to win. So Tyler says Budiba has dropped because of Mangoba. No, that's what I'm saying. That in this system, Luke says, remember what Sterling did to him when they was forced to defend? Yeah, agent, same as Trent. Actually, Trent is the best example of what I'm talking about. Can you be the best left back when your best attributes are going forward? And left back is just the place where you start. Because even under Rulani's system, a lot of the time, it was him getting covered. He was covered by Abu AB, covered by Abu Lebusa. It would be sort of a back 3, back 2 type of situation to allow him to go into the midfield. So again, not to say that he's a bad player, not to say that he's not an amazing player, but the role of left back, how is that? Sundowns is playing far apart. They can't pass well. They're forced to play long passes. It's this wide play. It's what I was asking about, that what is Allender's role here? Because Allender could be literally Allender or Obas. Somebody has to be the link man. Somebody has to be the pass that Udaideng makes. Oh, Lebusa, you already want the card, Chief. You just walked onto the pitch. Did he get a yellow? You need a link man for Williams to play that first pass out. That is the key to beating the press for Mamelodi Sundowns. But now, if everybody's lining up, I see Obas is going to the side and everybody's going to the side. How are you going to get the ball there? And now you're seeing Williams having to play that direct ball down the middle, which is, it's a riskier pass. We haven't seen the front players come into play, essentially. That's the other part of this, right? Reynolds has been not in this game because obviously he's a final third type player. Whenever he's dropped back, he's lost the ball a couple of times. So, like, I just want a counter. Where's Reynolds? Is that Tebza? Why is Tebza chasing the ball? Was that Tebza? Anyway, now. It's like, it's lit, guys. It's so lit. Reynolds, don't come inside. Don't go inside. There's no need for you to chase that hard all the time. Don't go inside. Let your teammates cover the other spaces. See, now they're looking for you. You are not there. Orlando Gamer said 0-0. Says it's WWE for sure there. United lost to a tree. I said the wide play is not made for Sundowns. Lebusa might get sent off. Hey, guys. The person who told Mokwena to run with the ball on the wing and cross. Nice skill there. Sundowns has been benefiting today, says Malume Kuto. Fair tackle by Lebusa. Wrong decision by the ref. I don't know. Mara that penene. Yo, that penene. That one was a straight penene. Straight penene. 35 minutes in, it is 0-0. We have yet to see Sundowns, man. We have yet to see Sundowns. See, they build up wide. Can somebody come in then? Can somebody come and support then? Overs, go central, please. Just go to the center. Williams. Oh. The pressing is making Sundowns do a lot of mistakes here. Sundowns is making a ton of mistakes. Pass the ball. Thank you. Mara, guys, why don't you want to go forward? Hevanna. You're going to let them get situated again. Look, 0 shots, 0 on goal, Mamelodi Sundowns. And you know what's scary about Mamelodi Sundowns? 0 shots, 0 goals, 0 attempts, 0 on target. What's scary about them is that you start having flashbacks of Polokwane. That's the sad part. You start getting flashbacks of Polokwane. And that Polokwane game was not pretty at all. So you can't give them benefit of the doubt anymore. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, very, very interactive show. If we can get to 25,000 likes, I'll keep it open in the second half. But at halftime, I'm going to let 5 people in. If you want to join and add your voice to the show, you have to be following me on TikTok and join me while I'm live on TikTok. For you to be able to come in, analyze with me. We'll do a halftime analysis. And then if we can get to 25,000 likes in the second half, I leave it open for the whole half. You can come in, give me a minute of whatever you're thinking of, whatever you're seeing in the game, how you're analyzing it. And we can make it a very interactive show. This is an interactive show where we speak to each other. So yeah, let's see. Fananom says, I really don't understand Mangoba's ball.
I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm trying to figure out the formation. I'm lost.
Okay, let's see. How many of the core players improved under Mangoba? We're seeing shells here. Mina, when I asked the question, when Mangoba took over, will he be able to take out players and bring in his own guys? Will there be enough time? And are you going to hold them accountable for that? Are you going to hold him accountable for that? So I think maybe we're seeing the fruits of that thing. Again, they're going from a protection system. Rulani system protected these players. Like we were talking about Umudiba right now. Umudiba didn't have to do that much defending, really, because he was protected. Kutsia dropping back in to make it a 3. Mokwena covering when they caught on transition and stuff like that. It was protecting the players. But then, it's his knee. It's his knee. Hopefully, it's his knee. Oh, that's no, but at least he's not. Yeah, if he's still sitting, I think maybe it's a bruise. Maybe it's a bruise. It's probably a bruise. Why is Reina trapping the ball there? This possession for possession's sake. Isn't this what Mangoba said he doesn't want from this team? Mangoba said this is not what he wanted. Hey, but let's see. We're getting robbed. I'm crying for the penalty, says Ubongs. Sembe says, I really don't like what's going on here. Even Williams has been offish this season. The progressive forces are here in full force, says Ubelile. We are doing well by pressing Sundowns. Hey, we are doing... Give a we. Hey, what we babakana? Sorry, Bzugul, I'm sorry. Are these the guys that will be representing us against Dortmund? Marasani, why did you have to be so mean? Why did you have to come into the comment that's so mean? Can't show you the match. If you want to watch the match for free, SABC Sports Facebook page, SABC Sports, sabcsport.com, SABC Plus app. That is where you can stream it for free. That's where you can catch it. I cannot show you because, unlike SABC, I don't own those rights. Too many mistakes in the midfield. Kibona Kotsi. You see the Kotsi?
Kibona Kotsi. I see the Kotsi.
The Sundowns team is playing ineffective football. They keep taking the ball to the back. That's what's getting me. Like, you know how many full-on counter chances they could have had there? Like, for example, there was one where Tebs that turned around And I'm thinking, if Ribeiro is in position up there, that's the Reina's goal all day long. But they keep going back and then they allow this press. But I mean, I'm calling Obas, guys. Obas, why are they vacating the middle? Like, okay, there he is. Now I think he's realizing. Why are they vacating the middle and going? I don't get it. I do not get it. Because it also puts the team into one-on-ones all over the pitch. I'm trying to figure out the formation. I'm lost. Hey, Lulu, I am lost, man. I am lost. Wish 60 million was playing, not the bench. Heban. Who is crying for a penalty? We've got ASFAR Rabat fans here. Okay. Since when did Sundowns start playing back passes? Let's see. Fananom says, Obas. Mangoba's not a head coach, is open mind. Sunny says, these guys don't have the fear factor. They don't excite me. I want to be at the edge of my seat. I see being at the edge of your seat. I just want to see what they're doing. Like, I want to know, okay, what is the plan to score here? What is the plan to score? How do you move? Because earlier in the season, you knew what they were doing. R and M would line up wide, and then the other R would be in the middle, and they would hit you on a counter-attack, fast counter-attack, so that they can take out your left and right backs, and then put your center-backs in a tough situation with two players running in. You knew what they were doing. I don't know. Maybe this is Mangoba's chameleon. I don't know what else changes colors. Let's say it's the octopus. It's Mangoba's octopus. It's changing colors now. Don't go wide. Heaven. Like, you've got a pass right in front of you. You decide to go for the long pass to the... Mangoba's killing this team, always fighting with players, rotating too much. That's what I'm saying. They're just in defense mode. Going forward, there's nothing. Yeah, so I guess... You see, when we look with rose-colored glasses to Rulani's time, yeah, they weren't creating chances, and maybe now you could ask the same question about how they create chances, but there was a lot more control. I don't feel like there's control here. There we go. Don't go back. Why do they keep going back? I don't get it. I honestly do not get it. Ayikho nje sidlalayo this season, says Usemi. Fananom says who's supposed to score? Obas is not going forward. Costa and Mudawu are off. It's like they're covering each other. Like Fananom, I don't know if you get. It's like they're covering each other, but primary roles are not like looked after. But okay, let's be fair. I want to be fair. Maybe this is the type of game you play when you're playing away in Morocco. Maybe this is the type of game you play when, you know, you are the visiting team. Maybe you want to keep some type of defensive control. Oh, critical phase. Critical phase. Can Sundowns get something here? 10, boy. 10. Wide again. Let's see. There we go. Stop taking it back, Allende. It's cute and all, man. Your touches are cute, but you keep going backwards, man. I think what's frustrating me about this Sundowns team is that there's no end product. When they've got the ball and they're going forward, there's no like, you're not winning a corner at the end, or you're not shooting at the keeper, or you're not finishing the motion. That's what's irritating me about the Sundowns. Even if you miss 15 times, finish the motion. Sundowns are playing a well-structured team, organization very good, says Ulungster. Paul says long balls are not working. Playing back is the most balanced way to play, says Wongs. Sunny says maybe the loss of Matthews is hurting them because him, Reynolds, and Ribeiro is very dangerous. I agree 100%. Open mind said Rulani must come back. Yay. Rulani is about to play his hero. Eh? He's about to play his hero, Upep. Nina nifuna ukuthi abuyele. Go play Dortmund. To go play Dortmund. Please let go of him, guys. Nina nikwazi ukuhlukana, man. You're still reading the text. Stop reading the text, man. I know Rulani loved letters, Mara. Burn the letters, please, guys. Evan. He's not coming back. I feel like I'm giving advice to somebody. Huh? He never did anything for you. Anyway, let's see. True, they don't play like they want to win. He'll play Pep in the next round. I blame Chiefs for teaching Sundowns back passes, but the original Pep versus Pep Light. Pep Rulani versus Pep Guardiola. Hey, it's Kobe versus Jordan. For those who watch basketball. There we go. There we go. For what, Rev? Oh. Thank you, Sailor. Thank you, Sailor. Did you see what Oh, Sailor. Hey. Hey, Maranai. But then, Pama. Actually, I think this is a good thing for Sundowns. I think you could use this aggression. I think you could use this aggression that they're showing you guys. Poke some holes, get some people to get yellow cards, red cards. Because let's be honest, the player that first hit Ribeiro deserves a yellow card. Marusela naye wasifaka naye kufuneka yellow card lapho lawuye. Yeah, they hit him in the eye. It looked like the eye. Danko ref. No, but why are you giving Ribeiro the card? It should be Mudau that's getting the card. Unless you're giving him a card for what? Oh, that. Okay. Makes sense. I take it back. It makes sense. Not easy to play in the pockets without the king of pockets. Butlali says, get WWE, guys. Get WWE. Shatafela low. Shatafela yonafe. Red card, please, ref. And Tantla says, I never thought I would see the day where Sundowns has no identity. Mangoba Paul is weird. Hey, agent. Yeah, there's a lot of people joining you. Definitely straight red. Great role playing from Sailor. Open Might says, look, he's laughing at Mudau. He's laughing Mudau. Zogulu says, Luto. He's doing the Chivaviro. Wangane says, so they'll try and make us mad. So one of us gets sent off. Every time I see us, I have to remember Lebo Habibi Lona. Lebo Habibi. Yeah, he kicked him. No, I saw it. Just lost in. So Mudau didn't get a card or anything. No. I'm saying, I get a Ribeiro kicked. The guy pushed Ribeiro. Mudau came in and pushed the guy. That's when the guy went, damn, Baba. Actually, this game must end 0-0. Okay, halftime. Remember, feel free to jump in and we can have a conversation. Let me just fix my graphics. It is halftime in the match between AS FAR Rabat and Mamelodi Sundowns. Not much to show, man. Even Rabat, with all the running they were doing, not much to show for this, you know. But is this how? Yeah, like, I don't understand. There should have been a lot of fouls. A lot of people with yellow cards there. Who's that ref? That bold ref. Hey, that bold ref would have told the line a long time ago. Manamakuto, do you not toe the line in these games? Do you not show early on that you're going to hold them accountable for the stuff? Because it seems like it's going all over the place now. Agent, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
So let me start by dealing with the naysayers first, and then I'll quickly jump to the game. First things first.
When you're in this mode.
Is this how Arrows used to play under Mangoba? Eh? That's an interesting question. That's an interesting question. It's a very, very interesting question, you know. But I'll come back to it for now because I want to check something. And also, I don't know if it's only benefiting if it comes to Sundowns, but when other teams benefit, it's okay. Because there was supposed to be a red card there, but I know those on top of me are going to talk about the penalty. So both teams benefited. It's all square. So the question that I wanted to ask was, did Inter Taku, I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, play like this under Jose? Because I saw them play something similar. So yeah, even Inter Taku didn't have 300 million. So please, I told you guys that this morning or this evening, I don't want to hear anything about boring in this game. We saw the worst of the West. But anyways, no man, Motaung is off, Mudiba is off, Mokwena is off. I know Lebs usually sees Tabs wants to drink us. He almost drank us there with that back pass. But again, I heard somewhere someone saying the game wasn't boring. It's a typical African football game. I hope this is a typical African football game.
This one is exciting. This one is exciting.
But again, I think we just have to maybe give kudos to Sundowns. I think the amount of respect this team gets on the African continent sometimes scares me, you know. I just wish they can convert it to cups, you know, because at home we are playing like the home team, you know. But it's okay. Thanks, man.
Can I wait before you go? Can I ask you, when you're looking at this team, when you say they're off, is it off that they're just having off games? Because for me, it just feels like, man, I can say we can afford or I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. They're not engaged, if that makes sense. Not that they're bad players, but they're not engaged for some reason.
There's a song, man. I wanted to give credit to the owner, but it says, I'm stuck with these memories of you. What am I supposed to do now? With these memories. So I think going to Morocco, going to everything, it just triggered something.
Maybe he's there.
Maybe he even saw them, maybe even called them, or maybe even called the wives, you know. But I just, it's just a trigger, man. I'm not gonna fault them for this game. But yeah, I think that's the thing though, that it's the lack of desire, the lack of intention, is the lack of, like, they're playing like they don't want to, you know. That's why sometimes I say Mangoba likes the kahunas to bench these guys. You know, just bench them. It's okay. Let's lose with people who are giving maximal effort, you know. And I was talking to someone in the group that I said, I hope Yale is not given the Mashiane treatment, you know. Same with the young boy Tiwani. Mudiba is off. He's always been off. He never shows anything.
The club is
injured. The club is injured. Oh, so remember. Yes, all right, no, thank you for that. But the young Tiwani should play ahead of Mudiba for me, personally speaking.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go to Tyler. Tyler, tell me about this first half. Welcome. I'm coming. I'm coming, Lungster. Okay. We're going down the line. Okay. I'm coming. Okay. Tyler, tell me about the game, Tyler.
Hey, CJ is here. Ooh. Guys, I don't want to hear that. Okay, OT. No, man. If you are listening to me throughout the season, I always said, Mangoba in the PSL, he doesn't have competition. Okay. Even though so, he has shown some glimpse of weakness as a coach. And I always said that we'll judge him when we play the Champions League. The rotation of players is actually literal now catching up on him. You know, because these guys don't have too many games on their legs. Hence, agent is saying this one is off, this one is off, that one is off. And if you check this team, the last time they play and performed well, all these guys that are playing now, This is their top team. They have not performed. We've been complaining about them being complacent. There's no aggressive. There is no ball driven from the midfield. They're playing sideways. Now this team, this ASFAR, it's pressing them, and it's forcing our Mokwena to make mistakes, which almost got punished there. And these are the things that team will look at and say, okay, they are playing from the back. But even though they're playing from the back, they are not comfortable, in doing that. And they're trying to play the 1-2s. If you check these 1-2s, it's not what they practice. This is not the Mangoba ball. These 1-2s, it's a Rulani game. It's what they used to practice under Rulani. Most of the time under Mangoba, they are playing the hoof balls, the sideway balls, and they are finding themselves under pressure. This team, it's pressing them, and then it's coming back to apply a low block, and it's forcing them to make sideways. I'm very disappointed with Mudau on the right hand side. So many opportunities, just cross the ball, just become, find the player. Don't play it backward, Alende. Why are you playing balls backwards? And you have Ribeiro. Guys, I know Ribeiro is a good player, but I've watched Ribeiro. He loses so many balls. Whenever he plays, that guy, he loses balls. And I get so frustrated. But, when he gets it right, he gets it so right to a point that you forget what he does wrong. But half of the time, that boy loses balls.
How much of this is a system problem, Tyler? Because we're watching Ribeiro dropping, we're watching Reynolds dropping back in, and we know that he's not very good in that role. Alend is often somewhere running around. You've got Obas who's lining up on the left-hand side for some reason. How much of this is system, and how much of this is players maybe not playing with, wanting to play for Mangoba, let's say?
It's a system in OT. It's a coaching system. Mangoba has one style of play. He doesn't vary his plays. There is no player that drives. The fact that you have Reynolds dropping in to come and collect, it means there's no one driving the ball from the midfield. To support our Reynolds. Reynolds is not even supposed to come drop. He's a striker. Ribeiro is supposed to do that. But whenever he drives, the people Shia. He's not that type of, he's not a speedy player. He's very tactical, he's very good. He's smart, he's a smart player. But he's not a pacey player. Do you get what I'm saying? So you need someone to come collect the ball, drive in the ball. That is their role and their responsibility. But you have Mokwena and Obas. They look lost together. This one, if you press one up here, you find both of them pressing that side. And it's a coaching thing when OT. It's a coaching thing. And it's frustrating to watch a coach of that caliber. And he doesn't know how to read the game. It's so frustrating. They are doing the same thing over and over again. Woman agent. Your man is frustrating.
I'm gonna bring in ASAP Shembe. ASAP Shembe,
man, for Mangoba, man. Hi.
Let me go to ASAP. ASAP, I'm sure it was a short drive from Egypt to Morocco. I'm sure it wasn't that much of a hard travel.
Habib. No, we don't discriminate, Habib. No, Habib, we don't discriminate. Kabu Yellow, Habib, all the way from Mamelodi to Egypt, we are all one together, Habib.
Hey, Mamelodi Yako Egypt, it's right next door to Cairo. Tell me about this game, man.
Man, Mr. Otsi, man, lazy man, aznanda abalezi, yazi abasicabangeli kuyashisa South Africa, Mr. Otsi, and we have to watch this type of football. It's 34 degrees at yours, Mr.
Hey,
Otsi.
now I'm sweating, man.
We've never seen this type of scenario happening. Happy Sundowns, idlala umsopo. Mr. Otsi, we really miss Tash. His absence has taken a lot of pace and aggression from our build-up, Since the build-ups have gone back to being extremely slow, very predictable, allowing teams enough time to settle their back line, So
As by the time I take, man, we have no ideas. Must figure out final third because nakhona amadoda adlala ngathi akuna sense of urgency ukufaka ibhola phakathi kwebhala. It's like we're just passing, just to gcwalisa heat map. Yeah, man, it's very interesting to see Sundowns play the way that it's playing. Not even in a good way, because this team is up for the taking, Mr. Oti. This team is up for the taking. This Lana, it wasn't even going to need a hit and run situation. We can control this game, Mr. Oti. But the way our core players are playing, they're not interested in this game, or their mind is just not here. You know, and I asked earlier on in the comment section, Ms. Kuluma, last busy shy I would say, how many players of the core team have improved under Mangoba? Have these players progressed or have these players regressed? And in most cases, maybe with the exception of Khoza, who wasn't playing last season, and Tlhako, who wasn't playing last season, they are the only ones I could say there's been a positive improvement in Mangoba Mngiti taking the position of head coach. But everyone else on this team has regressed, including Williams. Williams doesn't seem to have that bravado peacock thing, like, I'm the leader of this team, I will carry you guys. I will put you guys into order if you guys are not playing. Like Nzonchika Williams seems very tame this season. He's very tame. It's very tame. It's like they've stripping away the leadership role that he was playing, and you're seeing how much it's affecting the backline here too, because even though a lot of teams aren't scoring against us, but my chances that are being created against our defense are too, so Mr. Oti.
How much of this is the system, though? I want to know about the system, because it feels like there's a lot of players who are lost on the pitch.
Let's not say a lot of players, all of them, Mr. Oti. No one is grabbing this game by its neck and pushing it and driving it forward. No one, Mr. Oti. And yeah, Mr. Oti, I think Umangoba has got a lot of questions. I don't see Mangoba making it to the end of the season, because unless then they're willing to give him an overhaul, you know, where we're seeing these youthful players, like I said, khoza, they're responding to Mangoba. They were responding well to Mangoba, but the core players, it's not working with them, Mr. Oti. Maninga kula ma player ebes dependable last season, sewangekho dependable this season.
Let me go to Sinja. Sinja, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm okay, Mr. Oti.
Yeah, you also have Bibi. Oh, what's happening tonight?
Listen, I just got an email from Markham. They're not happy. Their model just got injured in Morocco. Vala does not go training. I'm a railway. I'm a skinny chindi. Okay, on a serious note. Mr. Oti. I'm like, I like this guy's footwork. They've got a classy tone to the way they open up themselves, their bodies when they're receiving the ball. I like their footwork, Mr. Oti. I love them. I love it to bits. I like how they find each other. People don't understand. This team has studied Sundowns. They studied the build-up from the back. They've got good pressing straps, not just J for the sake of pressing straps, the type of pressing straps which pushes Sundowns to go wide from the back. And when they go wide, they don't become very dangerous. And each and every time Sundowns was to bring back to their system, to their channels that they want to play, these guys are there marking those second traps as well, which has caused Sundowns really game plan not to be very effective.
Mara Sinja, what is the Sundowns game plan?
Listen, sometimes they've got a type of way of finding each other, Mr. Oti. They've got a type of movement and motion in terms when they have the ball. And these guys disturb that motion of movement each and every time. They come out with the ball and they find each other. They are very quick, they are pacey, and they use their pace to the strength. Each and every player here, Mr. Oti, can run. Each and every player, you don't have 3 or 4 players that are very pacey. Mokwena, the guys that is playing against in the midfield are faster than him. And that's the honest. Even the guys that are playing in the back four, they are actually they are as fast as Reynas as well. So they can catch up to those spaces. That's why Ribeiro as well, each and every time he thinks he's going to turn, the guy's next to him. And I like, this is good to see. It means that they've studied and profiled Sundowns very well. I don't think Sundowns have profiled them as much as these guys have profiled Sundowns. So, Mr. Oti, it's a good game. I'm worried, Shem. Hey, I'm worried, Shem. I wonder, Umvala, is he going to make money? Hey, I share multiple streams of income. Mr. Oti, in closing, I think a solution could be if players' contracts must be attached to the coach.
Okay.
And each and every time a new incumbent comes, they have to be recontracted to him. If he wants them, he can, and if he doesn't, he can let them go. This could be the solution to having these players to give them all to the new incumbent when he comes in and takes over the team. As long as players are contracted to the club, they are not going to give their all to the new incumbent. So in order for the coach to come in and have full control, the contracts must be attached to him as well. Then maybe Mangoba could have a way of controlling players and getting the best out of players, because they know that they need him to be on that field.
Let me bring in the Lungster for time. Let me bring in the Lungster. Lungster, the second half has started, but I want to give you your time. Lungster, welcome. How did you see this first half?
Good evening, everyone. What I've seen in this first half is that this game is too tactical. It needs players who understand what they're doing on the field. I don't see anything wrong coming from Sundowns, because Sundowns as well, they are wary of these guys, meaning that Sundowns have studied that these guys play on a counter. They're very compact. They're very compact and very good in terms of their pressing game. And in that pressing traps that I was talking about, Sundowns have seen that as well. So Sundowns are trying by all means not to get caught on the press of these guys. The only problem that I'm having, the problem with Sundowns is in the middle, is the three guys in the middle, which is Allende, Mokwena and Obas. They don't use the ball quickly, you see. And also because they do the interchange, each one takes a number 8 position or takes a number 10 position, you see, between the three of them. But the person that you don't see mostly there is Allende, who is supposed to be doing that playmaking role to allow. If you can see where always what you call Ribeiro is receiving. Ribeiro is supposed to be receiving where Allende is supposed to be receiving, you see. And also, if you saw this game, compare this game against a team from DRC. The team from DRC didn't press Sundowns. They applied the low block. As soon as Sundowns won the ball, they went backward. These guys don't go backward. As soon as Sundowns win the ball, they go and press, which now makes it difficult for Sundowns to play from the back. You see, now you need the three guys in the middle to be the one making things happen. Because if you look at the Pirates coach when he plays Sundowns, he does the same thing that this team is doing. You block the middle when you play Sundowns, and then you push Sundowns to play on the side. And the most side that you allow to play is a side of Motaung. Because even if he plays on that side, you know he's not going to cross the ball. He's always going to turn with the ball. So this is what these guys are doing. The only side that you don't allow to play when you play Sundowns is the left-hand side where Mudeba can hit you with the crosses, and also he can take shots at goal. Hence, you see most of the time, the side that is playing is the side of Motaung, because they know that now even if he does play, but he's not going to cross the ball. You see. Can
I ask you something, just to go back to something you spoke about the midfield? Is it maybe a lack of discipline in terms of positional discipline? Because it seems like everybody wants to be the hero, and when everybody's doing their own thing, they start breaking down.
Yeah, I think. Let me make an example as well about the Pirates game against Stellenbosch. We had Pirates had the same problem. I called on your show on that day, but I tried to get in, but I couldn't get in. It was the same thing whereby you had tactical indiscipline between between Makaula and Bata, which allowed now Stellenbosch to actually press Tito. Hence, Tito lost the ball around about 5 times because those two players were leaving their defensive positions. If you saw today as well, how many balls that Bata lost today, hence he was even taken out. You see, so it's about the technical discipline in the middle to know that if you are a 6 or an 8, what to do there. You need to stay in your defensive areas when the opposition has the ball. In what happened in Orlando against Stellenbosch, I even saw Makaula and Bata in front of Tito. In front of him, while one of them is supposed to be behind Tito, so that when he loses the ball, he got cover. But every time he lost the ball, there was no one behind him to win the ball, which is the same thing that is now happening with Sundowns, whereby these 3 guys, they tend to now to push up as well. With like Pep says, you need a defensive midfielder that stays in the middle. He must not move. Yes, if he moves straight. He doesn't move left or right. He moves straight. The reason that so you stop the transition ball when the opposition wins the ball. That is the guy that will win the ball for you. But now if you're going sideways, which is what you saw as well now, they are going sideways, both of them. They are going sideways, both of them, which opens the space in the middle.
For time's sake,
the reason that they're going sideways is to go and support Mudau. That's the reason for them to go sideways. They're trying to support Mudau on the other side because the middle is blocked.
But I'm going to have to just jump in there, Luxta. I'm going to have to just jump in there, Luxta, for time, Luxta. Let's see if we can't get 25K so I can keep it going. But just to be fair to everybody else who was on the panel, I think I'm gonna cut it there. But please, jump in and let's continue the conversation, guys. Can we please get to 25K so that we can bring in more people and we can speak about this thing that's happening? What I wanted to say was that with the second half has started, if you want to know the time, at 45 to whatever my timer says. So it's 6 minutes now, but if you add 45, it will tell you that it's 51 minutes. That is how you know the time on my timer up here. It is 0-0 between ASFAR and Mamelodi Sundowns. Okay, so this is what I think. I think that Mangoba's system is a system that gives you a lot of freedom, but also gives you a lot of responsibility. And I think Mangoba is used to coaching players that do a thing very well. So if I am a 6, I am all the way the 6. Therefore, all of my instincts are going to go towards playing CDM. These Sundowns players that are in here are a lot of hybrid players. And when there are hybrid players like that, the moment you give them freedom, you start seeing hybrid thing. So I always say, for example, I always use Coach Rulani's system in that system was specifically designed for the players that were in there, specifically. Allende would never have to worry about trying to play the ball up because in the midfield you'd have Kutsia, you'd have Modiba coming in, you'd have Zwane available in the 10, you'd have 2 bodyguards in Kutsia and in Mokwena. That system was catered to playing. So now when everybody is all over the place, it becomes harder to play because Allende, for example, is used to having people here. Look at Williams trying to play the ball out from the back. Look at Williams trying to play the ball in the back, out from the back. He's literally calling people because he doesn't have the same type of people that take charge. Again, what did Mamelodi Sundowns do under Rulani's system to cheat that system? They would go, "Hi, Mbala, Libusa, you guys aren't that strong with the ball. We're going to actively build up the ball through Kutsia. And when Kutsia gets the ball and drives, he's going to have Modiba as backup. He's going to have Allende as backup. He's going to be able to play a ball to Zwane, and they'll have cover from Mokwe." Now, I don't understand what Sundowns is doing in the sense that they're doing this wide thing, which, okay, fine, go wide. Play the helicopter or whatever you want to play. But how do you get forward? What do you do when you get to the dangerous places? Where are you playing the ball? Where are you? Oh, hey, Williams. Where are you playing the ball? Where are you putting the ball? How does the move end? Does it end with a cross to Shalulile? Okay, fine. How many times are we crossing to Shalulile? Does it end with a Reina's run? Okay, fine. How many times are we playing the run for Reinas? Everybody in that Sundowns team, or a lot of those players in the Sundowns team, it feels as though they all want to be heroes. And they all want to play every position. Mokwena is defensive mid, and he's also running at the top, and he's also trying to go wide. Ribeiro's trying to be 10 and half wing, and then drop back to be an 8. Allende is playing, like, they're all doing their own thing, man. There's no cohesiveness in this Mamelodi Sundowns team. And maybe that's where Coach Mangoba should go. I'm taking the trust away. Now you guys have to play 1, 2, 3, 4, no matter what. You can't. Reinas, don't drop into midfield. We saw that with Bafana, him dropping in and losing the ball a lot and not being able to trap the ball and stuff like that, right? Hey, wena. Yellow card Tebza. And, you know, like, tell them where to go. Obas, you stay in the center, you don't move. Your job mustn't do this or that or that or that. Just stay there. You see, for example, Ukutsie never went past a certain point on the field because he was told that you have to be cover at the back. Now, Bobo Tebza never went past a certain part of the field. But over and above that, I don't even want to speak about that. I want to speak about the effort. I think what's lacking here, fine, or you could be having a bad game. But really have a bad game giving effort. There's players who are running their socks off there. Allende is actually one of them who's running his socks off in that position. He's only now, you've seen towards the end of the first half and even now, they're actually allowing him to stay central and get the ball and collect the ball and play the ball finally. But anyway, there's, man, that thing, it's like they're not there. Like they're not in, like they're not, it's like they don't want to play. I don't know who said it in the panel, who said, it's like they're not, Baba Foster, and that's showing through. And it doesn't matter what system you have. If then you're lacking that effort, I care. And maybe that's where Abu Coach Blani was strong. Maybe it's the love letters he was writing to them. But anyway, 56 minutes in, the game has opened up a lot more. ASFAR is attacking Mamelodi Sundowns, which will open up spaces. If Sundowns can play a quick ball from their third into just in front of the third of ASFAR centrally, I think Ribeiro can do a lot of damage here because ASFAR is now opening up. Now, I wanted to give Coach Mangoba and his team, some credit or to give them benefit of the doubt. I think part of what was happening in the first half was that you want them to cover a lot of the pitch. So maybe the point of going wide is so that the guys who are chasing are always chasing expansively. You're always having to run to a place and run from a place and go from here and run all the way to the side and do all of those things in order maybe to tire them out. And then you'll start seeing more similar movements from Mamelodi Sundowns to what we're used to. Already, you're watching Allende taking up a more central role. And it seems like ASFAR might be getting a little bit tired here. And we can go from there. Guys, tap the screen. Please tap the screen. I wanted 40,000, guys. I wanted 40,000 likes on TikTok. So could I please get 40,000 likes? Just tap the screen. It's free. And yeah, we can open up and I can let people jump in and we can have conversations about what is happening here. Yeah, the spaces are opening up now. The spaces are opening up. Will Sundowns be able to use those spaces effectively? That, I guess, is the big question. If Asian can see how bad Ngobe is, I wonder why the other 56 fans can't. Lex, please give Coach a chance, Pella. I want to hear you speaking. Asian says, I really want to come in and explain the Allende role because I feel like he's being misunderstood. Look, 25K. I have to be fair. Being a black South African coach in the PSL is difficult. Mara guys, sometimes Sometimes you can question the thing. You can question the setup, the structure, and all of that stuff. I know I'm one of the people that have been defending Coach Mangoba for a very long time. But like I said, I feel as though this Mamelodi Sundowns team, it can be hot today, and then tomorrow you can find a different Mamelodi Sundowns that you play, you know? So that's the only thing I see here. But you expect Shalile and Reyners to be crossing, they must receive in the box. I think the point I was trying to make was, if I can see Reyners crossing 10 times, then I know that, okay, at the very least, the plan was for Reyners to be crossing, right? Whether he messes up those crosses or not, that's up to him, really. But I can tell that, oh, this is the move. This is what we've been planning for the whole week. Mara, if, oh, step over, that's the problem, my guy. So now you want to take another step over. Number 9. Who's number 9? Number 9 is Bear. Upe, you're still wanting to do this. Especially when you play against teams that are going to press you and push you and hustle and harry you, right? I guess if we're being positive, let me try find a positive spin here. In as much as we're complaining about Mamelodi Sundowns, and as much as they're being pressed and all of that stuff, this Farabat team hasn't been that dangerous, if we're being honest. They haven't been a team that you're scared of, that they're going to go and score. They look like they work very hard. And they're playing out of their skins to try and cover and, you know, follow up and do all of that stuff. Mara, for the most part, they haven't done anything themselves, if we're being 100% honest here. There has been a save here and there from Williams, from Tamish shots. Now I must step over, will it team in? Bonke is just about step overs. Like every time Moto, I can go boxing, or I can boxing. Okay, let's see. But the Sundowns will only get hot versus Chiefs. It's because Chiefs didn't have a plan. Chiefs didn't have a plan. That's the problem. They burn a lot of energy. They're gaslighting our eyes. Yeah, no. I reckon 70th minute, Sundowns will be able to play a lot freer. Boma 70th minute, nje. Yeah. Yo, as I said that. Yo, let me not jinx them. So this is how we're going to play Go Club World Cup. Hey, Sebi. There's still a lot of time. Pelano coach, maybe Nzomchincha by that time. By that time. They're not dangerous because of Coach Mangoba's plans. So Mangoba will lean there until the final whistle. Hey, he looks like he puts people in tension, man. Okay, we've hit 25K. Let's see. Let's be honest now, it's not Mangoba, it's the sporting director. I saw Fleming. I didn't want to say, but I saw Fleming. They showed Fleming sitting there, and he looked so angry. He looked so ticked off. Fleming. Oh, what happened there? Hansel, please try a request again. It seemed to have kicked you off. I'm living up to the promise I made that I'll open up. But for some reason, it's not letting people in as easily. Okay, let me see. Sanele, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. How are you?
I'm okay, my brother. I'm okay. Tell me about the game. Ubona?
I'm just going back because I've been listening to you week in, week out. It's the same thing that we've been saying. Sundowns going wide and stuff, Mangoba tactics and stuff. For me now, I'm like no, this is a system from the sporting director, which Coach Rulani was not willing to follow, but Coach Mangoba is willing to follow. Because it doesn't make sense for Coach Mangoba, someone who has been there in a team since from 2012 when Pitso was there, to just change and play like this. You have been emphasizing this thing of Sundowns going wide every time. They are losing. Even now, the goalkeeper, we can clearly see that Williams is lost. I don't understand what they can't see. There's a match gap that was left by Ulokunjana in the middle. the guy Motiba. Motiba understood better to play with Mokwena rather than Opas. Opas, yes, because even squad team must check Opas and Mokwena, they don't abahlangani. That's why Mokwena play with Sithole. Like the point here, we can be busy pointing Mangoba must go and stuff. Anyone who's gonna come again, they have to align with what the sporting director wants. This is no longer about Coach Mangoba now. I tend to disagree for someone who has been more than 12 years in the club. This is not there.
Do you think?
I disagree, my brother.
Do you think that maybe Fleming made a mistake in giving some of these players contracts and things? I mean, Mokwena signed a new contract right before the season started.
No, Fleming. I think I'm not sure if you also noticed the game last week. Fleming wants the play. You see, when the sporting director is involved, when even in the starting lineup, you see there's something definitely wrong there because Fleming wants his players to play. He wants Sales to play, even though it's not Fleming. He wants him to play.
Sorry, Sanele. Reynard has scored a goal for Mamelodi Sundowns. Hey.
Yeah, but
the haters keep hating.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I can be happy with that the way we play. I am not sure if I can be happy, but it's a goal I can take it. Yeah, but what I'm saying, Braguti, sporting director want his players to play. You can tell Matthews, all the players that he brought, he wants them to be on the field. If you are not willing to do that, you can clearly see why he was fighting with Coach Rulani. It's clear. Playing at the middle, it's clear. Let's just shift the focus and look at the sporting director now, please.
No,
because this is not about Mangoba now.
For time, Sanele, I'm gonna just jump in there before I go to Sinje. Mamelodi Sundowns scored a goal. Like I said, ESFAR is gonna start opening up, and if you can start playing the ball up a lot quicker, Ikram Reina's using his pace to get in behind there. Defender, obviously, Lene made a mistake there, but if you can start using the pace, then you'll see something here. Let me go to Sinje. Sinje.
Mr. OT, why did that player fall? Mr. OT. No. Now, number two, he just fell. Just like that. Not push, nothing. This team. Anyway, Mr. Oti, you know what? Sundowns scored when I was about to say Sundowns is going to score. You cannot miss a golden opportunity like that and then expect not to be punished. These guys missed a golden opportunity right before this goal. They had a chance where a back pass was played and the poor finishing. Look at that shot. That is awful, man. They deserve to be beat by Sundowns just for doing that on the 18-yard. The Sundowns, they deserve to be. They don't deserve to win this game. They lack that quality of finishing. Hey, but Mr. OT, the way he fell, guys, was cool very clean, so guys. No. The snake is snaking.
The thoughts and views expressed by those on the panel. The thoughts and views expressed by those on the panel and in the comments are not those of George Mokwena and or overthinking football. Thank you very much.
They were given something to put under their tongue during halftime. You can't fall like that. It doesn't make sense.
Hey, Bar. Let me bring in Agent. Hey, you guys. Agent.
Yo, my lord. That's the life. Yo. Ooh. What is the correct term, Mr. Mokwena, for this? Pedestrian thinking.
Heaven.
Call me a mercenary hired defense force. I don't care, but man, no man, oh Lord. Let me not respond to some things. Let me talk about Allende. Let me not respond. I choose peace. Because Sundowns is leading, let me choose peace. But hi, but anyways, Allende, back to Allende. Anyways, Allende, the thing is, we have to understand that we don't have a ball playing defender to play the ball from the back. Right? That's the first thing. Then we don't have a ball playing six, aka Kutsi. Right? We don't have a playmaker in terms of a 10. Our 10 is a winger that invests into the 10 position. So what do? You make Allende to play a free role. He's the one that's going to look for the ball. Where the ball is, Allende is next to it, and he's going to connect the team. His sole role is to just make the team have the ball. Where the ball is, you find Allende next to it so that he can connect the team. He's not a 6, he's not an 8, he's not a whatever. His sole purpose is go and look for the ball and give it to your teammates. That's why when you're building from the back, he goes wide to give Williams an option to pass to him. You know, when the ball is up front, you'll find him there. You know, and that is to cover for the lack of a playmaker in Uzwani, for a lack of a 6 in Okotie, for a lack of someone our ball playing defender there. You know, so he's playing a free role. You know, so he is disciplined in his role. That's the first thing. You know, hence I always disagree with the sentiments that he's a lazy player or whatever. I think he's executing his role well, you know, and that is to camouflage the inefficiency of Obas, Mokwena, Mvala, or Ubusa, Umadau in terms of ball playing from the back. He has to cover all those guys. That's the main thing. You know, so sometimes I get frustrated with people that want to put him in a 10 position. He's not a 10. Ribeiro is a winger that invests to the 10 position. He's not an 8. Our 8 is Mokwena. Our 6 is Obas.
Do you know what's frustrating me, Agent? About the Allende thing, and it's not Allende. I'm frustrated with the system. So I understand it if you take Obas wide, because maybe he's not as ball playing and maybe you want to take him away from the danger. But my worry about what Sundowns is doing here is that it seems as though Allende finds himself far too wide most of the times. And when he gets that ball, there's no one close to him. Like there's no one around him to play the ball. So if you look at what they did now, second half, they've allowed him to drift more centrally. He's playing still free role, but he's now King. He's the one he's the one that's putting it together. Whereas in the first half, he was running wide, and it's almost like Utebza was overpowering him because Tebza wanted to do everything else. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, but that is his role. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to stretch the pitch. I agree with you that they are. This is the first time I see Mangoba making questionable sub, but anyways, it's fine. I'll move past that. Let me move past that. Like I said, positives. So, for me, you are right that they were far from him.
Oh, 1-1. Oh, 1-1.
Yeah.
From across. Carry, that's your kryptonite, Lapa Sundowns.
Positives. I don't want to talk about negatives. Positives. What do they say in yoga?
Usa.
Usa, yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah. But my thing is with Allende, right, that he's trying to So when it's a goal kick, right, what happens is the ball playing defenders move out wide to create that space, right? So I think that's what he's trying to. He's trying to stretch the pitch, But his mistake is he's not inverting in once the ball is played. He's supposed to come back inside, not stay out wide. That's the only problem that I have with him. But otherwise, he has to go out wide to give space and width to the player. To the goalkeeper, and then come back inside. So I just feel like he's misunderstood. And I was speaking to, let me not say the name, but I was speaking to a prominent Sundowns fan, I should say. Williams never comes out for crosses. Never.
Yeah.
It's not in his nature, Shem.
He's not used to it.
So maybe we were asking an important question. Is Williams, Mudiba, the best left back in the country? Or just that his starting position is from a left back? Is Williams the best keeper? Or just that he's a good ball playing keeper and one keeper?
Yeah. When I asked that, people were having me. I don't want to go through that again. Let me bring it to Luxta. Luxta?
Sure.
1-1, Luxta.
Yeah, I'm watching it from some app that I got on Facebook. So I'm watching it from the app. So when things happen on your side, they actually haven't happened on my side. So by the time it happens, you've already spoken about it.
You must watch your SABC Sports, Luxta. You must watch your SABC Sports,
but I prefer sometimes the commentary for me, you see. So,
okay.
I prefer informed commentary. I don't want people just talking as if Opopa and spinach. So the goal at Sundowns. It was quick transition, using the ball quick, and we've always spoken about this thing. The problem with Sundowns, they don't use transition ball, you see. I remember one transition ball that I remember is when they scored against Paris in the final where Ribeiro pass was won. That was the only transition ball that they played. That's what I remember. They don't play transition ball. But now they just played one transition ball to Reyners, and he scores. So why don't they do that more often? Because remember, transition ball for them is actually an element of surprise. You see, you draw the guys in, play the ball behind the opposition, because Shalule is quick and Reyners is quick, but they don't do that often. You see, they tend to hang too much on the ball. With the Allende inverting left or right, he's always out of position because he's part of the three. Even if you look at the picture now that I'm looking at, he's even on the left hand side. He's opened actually the middle of the pitch. When they win the ball, they play it there because he's out of that position. So for us, the people that are more position inclined coaches or supporters, we believe that if you're playing in a diamond, it must always stick into a diamond. You can't be having a flat 3 in the middle. There's going to be a diamond all the time, so that if you lose the ball, you got someone who's going to win the ball for you. Every time you lose the ball, there's someone's going to win the ball. But if you're playing now in a flat 3 as a 3 in the middle, then that's what you're going to be exposed to all the time. And this team, they're playing slightly a low block. They rely on when Sundowns lose the ball. They don't actually win the ball from Sundowns. It's Sundowns who loses the ball. You see, so they're playing on the second ball that is being lost by Sundowns. They abadlali bona bayichachi Sundowns ubona ukuthi yazi badlala labantu uyabona abadlali. It's Sundowns that wins the ball and loses it, and they play on that ball. So maybe it was their analysis as well that we will play on the transition ball when they lose the ball, because maybe when they lose the ball, they have not set up in terms of their defensive structure. Then maybe we can hit them like that. Maybe that's how they planned it, because every time Sundowns try to get out with the ball, someone is gonna try to do something else, and then these guys win the ball and then they play from there. But bona ukuthi bazidlalele ba create ama chance and also ukuthi uWilliams akaphuma emapalini. If you saw the ball, the ball was played behind, him. He can't come up for that ball. Those the defenders, remember when the ball was played on the right. So if the ball is played on the right, who covers the runners? The runners are covered by midfielders, are not covered by defenders, because the defenders are covering the strikers. So it's the job of the central midfielders to cover the runners. The central defensive mid, the three we're talking about, they were on the left-hand side, which allowed that guy to get into the space behind the defenders. Mokwena should have been there. Obas should have been there.
But isn't that the thing we were speaking about, Lungstawuti? I understand interchanging, I understand free roles and all of that stuff, but it almost feels like Sundowns might go free role. Man, corner like shota corner, there's always a space where somebody should be there, and maybe it should be a situation where you tell them, hey guys, we're playing like this and like this and like this. You don't move, you don't change. If Mokwena is playing on the left-hand side, you are playing on the left-hand side. That is your area, that is your zone where you have to look out for. Because I feel as though, man, all of them keep moving, and when they're moving, instead of there being communication as to where everybody has to go, it feels like, man, bahamba nepola, and then there's all these big spaces. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, we agree on the same thing, that they're moving too far to the, if they went to the left, they're almost all on the left, you see. And then if they go on the right, they're all more on the right-hand side. So which allows this team to just play the ball to the guy who's sitting in the middle, and they start moving the ball from there. But the recovery of Sundowns is very good. They recover very quickly to win the ball. But now when they win the ball, they're all over the place. Now if they're going to play it, they're going to be playing it on the left-hand side, because all of them are on the left-hand side. If they're going to play it, they're going to play it on the right-hand side, because that's where most of their numbers are. You see, that's how they play. That's how they play. They're not playing in terms of the professional play. Mina ngilana, ngidlala lana. Here's my red zone, here's my green zone, and stuff like that. You see, it looks like they are given free role. Everyone is given a free role. That when this one is not there, you must cover there. When this one is not there, you can go there. You see, but they tend to go to the same place. Like me now, I'm watching now. The team is playing now on the left-hand side. Everyone is moving to the left-hand side, and then the ball gets recycled into the middle. Now they are late. It's only that they are playing a team that is not moving the ball quicker, and they don't have a trickery. Like these guys are not like abantu abakwazi ukutribula, abakwazi ukuteka players on. Yabo, ilama teams apply adala football eli rigid. Yabo, if they were not playing a team that is rigid, they have people that are quicker on the side that can eliminate. They'll be having trouble. But it's because this team is also playing a football that is rigid, you see, which makes it easy for Sundowns to also be able to defend. They caught them out, obviously, with that ball that was played in the box, because the midfielders didn't pick up the runner.
They haven't played that ball ever since. They haven't played a similar ball ever since. I think that's that's irritating me.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I see. That's what I see, Mina. That's what I see. Because they tend to be like, the team is rigid. You see, the team is rigid. And now Sundowns, I don't know if it looks like they also now struggle to actually do the simplest things. You see, look at Allende. Allende is going forward with the ball. Gonna pass Mudau. There Mudau passing the ball goes to the back, then gets recycled back to Libusa. And that ball was close to the 18 area of Sundowns. Now of Esfarabat. Now the ball goes back to the defenders. They start back, and these guys win it. You see?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so I think Mina, they need just defined rules. I think that's what, because remember now they are no longer playing the Rulani way. Remember, Rulani used to even to draw lines on the field when they trade. That you must be there, you must be here, you must not move here, you must be here. You got what I mean? So now I think because now they are coached by someone else. Yes, he's been there. That blueprint is still there, but he wants to instill his blueprint now. This is how I want to play. You see, But now the players that are there, the personnel, is still stuck on the old blueprint. You see, still stuck on the old blueprint. That is why you find that sometimes it's like they're not playing what he wants. Someone says maybe they're playing what the sporting director wants. You see, they're not playing what the coach wants. Because Mangoba tried to introduce an element of surprise where the ball can be moved quicker. You see, but the personnel on the field, they tend to go back to the old way of playing, whereby you recycle the ball, everybody must touch the ball. And then that's why I'm saying that team from DRC, as soon as Sundowns had the ball, they didn't press Sundowns. They just went back and did 6-man defense with 3 in the middle with 1 striker. Win the ball, try to go on a counter with the 2 guys on the side. You see, and then these ones, what they do, as soon as Sundowns start to play the back, they press Sundowns. You see, so you can't. You need a different dimension, man. You can't be playing the same way until we can figure you out. You see.
For time, I'm gonna jump in there. I'm gonna jump in there for time. Lookster. Just to let everybody know, let me just bring in the last few people that are coming in. Hey, Lookster, man, you must come back on Mondays, man, so we can review the game proper. Guys, Mondays, the normal show is Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. That is where we do our reviews, where we look at the matches, where we speak, and we look at the tactics and all of those deeper things that are happening there. For now, I just want to give everybody some time to come in. Just as an update, it's the 85th minute. AS FAR is 1-1 versus Mamelodi Sundowns. Personally, I think that Sundowns can still win this game. I don't think AS FAR is a strong team. If I'm being honest, I don't think it's a strong team. The only problem is that Sundowns is letting them off of the hook when they should be hitting them as hard as possible, as fast as possible right now. So I think, I don't know. I think that's my disappointment maybe with this game, because it's not like FAR Rabat is playing that much hard. They've got more effort. They're running more, but they're not doing much in terms of actually doing something on the pitch. I wanted to speak to the midfield setup and the question, Vele, we've been speaking about this whole time. You know, I think Sundowns lacks leadership. For some reason, they're lacking leadership. They're lacking people that are going to come in and say, I want the ball, I'm going to take it. I think maybe my expectation of Allende right now, or my expectation of Allende, is for Allende to be the one who puts his hand up and says, listen, guys, I'm the best at receiving, I'm the best at playing the ball, I'm the best at doing all that stuff. Give me the ball. I will be the first one, and I will play the ball out. If I need to play the ball out, that's what I will do. I think I'm expecting that from him specifically, because the other guys are doing things. Guys, Mokwena was not a carrier of a ball under Rulani. He was not. He had a role, and they were saying to him, listen, my guy, that's good to start, you play for bafana, you do all that stuff, but your job is to play a simple pass if the ball does come to you, but more than anything, it's your job to break up play when we get attacked on. Because Allende, it's not the first time Allende is playing a free role. I remember Allende, there we go. Allende under Rulani, who would sweep all the way back and do this in front of the defense and get the ball and then go that side. But the difference was the structure of the thing. There's the team, for those who follow basketball. There's some players, KD, for example. KD and Kyrie. There was a time when they were playing for the Brooklyn Nets. And they're stars, mega stars, the best players. And they said, we don't need a coach. We don't need a coach. We don't want anybody to tell us anything. I feel like this is some of what is happening here, because at the same time, I'm saying there's no leaders, but there's also so many players that are trying to show that, man. Tebza is one of them. I want to point out to Tebza, he's one of them. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Temba says, I don't know which game you're watching, but this AFR has been playing good football. But they're not threatening. You can have the ball and you can play the ball. But are you scoring? Are you creating those chances? What are you doing with the ball? They've had more effort in this game. I'm saying that one counter attack here and Sundowns has a 2-1. But look, Bachaisana. Yo, Let me bring him. See. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, man. And you?
I'm good. Sorry about that. Tell me, what do you feel about this game?
I'm not watching the game, man. I just saw the lineup.
Yeah.
I'm a Pirates fan, so I'm not a Sundowns fan, but I just love
Okay.
football, brother. Firstly, I think, to be quite honest, I think maybe some supporters will agree with me and some will not. I think Mamelodi Sundowns players hasn't overcome the sage of Rulani Mokwena mentally, to be quite honest with you. Because over the match that I've watched them play, I really don't think they've finally reached that rhythm where they say, we are the Mamelodi Sundowns that we were under Rulani Mokwena. Because after Rulani Mokwena left, there's a lot of things that happened within the team, Mamelodi Sundowns. You understand? If you look at the match that they lost against Polokwane City, I was very disappointed with a lot of players that I believe in that are representing us in the national team. You understand? When you watch the games, you don't just watch the games for the sake of watching the games, players playing in their teams and stuff like that. You also putting interest for the national team. And when I watched that game, I was a little bit disappointed with a lot of things. And then I understand, or I put in mind, or put in thought that the sage of Rulani Mokwena leaving Sundowns, they haven't overcome that. And I just the lineup against this team now. I think Mangoba Mniti is trying to be the Man City of South Africa, of which is a problem. Because to master that tactic, it's not an easy thing. Because if you look at the lineup, he's playing 3-4-3. And he has put a midfielder as a sweeper. So basically what he's doing, when Sundowns has the ball, Mvala moves from where he plays to be a sweeper, and then Obas is going to come into the midfielder. Now that tactic and that system, it takes time to develop. It's not something that can just do overnight. Of which that's where things is. As you have mentioned that Allende used to have a free roll where you will go back and collect the ball and bring. That was because he was under protection of Obas. And at the back, he knew exactly, I've got Grant Kenkana, I've got Kulisa Mudau, I've got Mvala. So I am safe. I can go wherever I want to and collect the ball and distribute it. You understand? Now, you have a problem where you have Obas playing as a sweeper. And then now you have
just
who has to collect the ball.
Just to jump in, sorry, it seems like we're seeing, did Mudiba collect the yellow card? I think it's a red card.
Yes, he did. If he's getting another one, that's a red card because he already collected the yellow card.
Yeah, it's a red card. 80
minutes.
Aubrey Mudiba, sorry about that. I just wanted to let everybody know.
No, that's fine. It goes back to the mentality. I don't think mentally Mamelodi Sundowns players have really overcome the sage. Or there is a lot going on within the camp of Mamelodi Sundowns because I don't think other players truly feel Mangoba Mniti as the coach that he is, to be quite honest with you. That's where some of the problem starts at. So going back to the Allende their role, Allende used to play a free role, a very effective role. But if you look at that role, he was doing it so exceptionally. Reason being that he had confidence with the players that he was with. The protection around him was exceptional. One player that I will notice that used to play an exceptional role, Obas brother is the most important and the most effective defensive midfielder in South Africa. That's my view. That brother has a way of making everything seem so simple and easy. The way he studied, the way he viewed everything. You know, when you receive the ball, before you receive the ball, when you distribute the ball, he makes everything so simple and everything so easy. So to be honest, if I were to say who best defensive midfielder right now in South Africa, Obas is taking the award, brother. So give him that role. Then you will get the Allende that we used to. Now, we're not getting the Allende that we used to because there is no protection around him. And you must also understand that Sundown doesn't have creativity anymore because Zwane is no longer there. Zwane used to make things happen. Now you have a problem. You have an Allende that is not protected. At the same time, you have Mokwena that is holding on to a ball for longer than he should be. Because Mokwena is a simple player. Pass the ball, snipe. Pass the ball, snipe. Now he's no longer doing that. He's holding on to the ball for longer than he should. And that becomes a problem. That is why Sundowns seems to be so vulnerable most of the time.
Yeah, for time's sake, guys, we are rolling towards the end of the game. I'm going to let the last two guys in. Please, I'm going to give you a minute to just tell me what you're thinking. Remember, Monday, 7 p.m. is where we are going to discuss the game properly and look through all of those things with a fine-tooth comb. But I just want to let the last guys in, and then obviously when the game closes, Linda will close. Let me go to Ulugsta. Ulugsta, I'm going to give you a minute, 2 minutes. Tell me, what are you thinking?
According to what I'm watching, I don't know what game is he watching.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about Ubers that we just spoke about together with Mokwena Guti. They're all over the place, and also Ireland, you see. But what we notice in the second half, Ireland is more central, which has given them a bit of a shape where they are not actually being attacked now through the middle. But as I said before, these guys are only playing when Sundowns is making a mistake. It's like they're setting traps for Sundowns to lose the ball and then they want to hit. But Sundowns has seen that, you see. So it's not easy now for them to actually, if you see, I mean, Sundowns is like they're playing at home now. You see, they are the ones that are controlling the game, taking the game to them. It's only that they're not creating chances, but I mean, they have their foot forward. They are the ones that are actually going forward. It's just that they're not creating chances, but they are going forward as compared to the first half, whereby we didn't see what they were doing.
Okay. Looks like, let me bring it to Agent. Agent, I'm going to give you 2 minutes there just to finish it off. The game should be ending now.
Yeah, no. Good game. Good. I think this is not one of the games where Sundowns didn't pitch up. Sundowns pitched up. There's a difference. Like Manyema and Polokwane City, that day Sundowns didn't pitch up. Today, like I said, Mundau, Mudiba, and Mokwena didn't, the ones that didn't pitch up, and Costa, to be fair, also was not in the game, you know. Let me first congratulate Umangoba for his tactical sub that I didn't see that he made. Bringing one I see duel, Shem, I'm forgetting his name.
Magmabu.
So my boy, yes. When I see duel, yes. He made the difference. Him and Umarana made the difference, you know, into this game. So I'm happy with that tactical sub, and we look brighter and look better in the second half. So it's a good point away. And Maniema drew with
Raja
Casablanca. So now the math is simple. Win your next 2 games against Raja, and you're through to the quarters. It's okay. This is 1 point that I would take, and this is 1 performance that I would take. I will not fault the boys for this performance, never. Not even the coach for this performance, you know. Yeah. So I think sometimes I just been too harsh on the coach and on the players. We are away from home, and this is not a Belouizdad. This is a very, very strong team. So yeah, it's okay. It's fine. We'll take the point. Thank you.
No, thank you so much, guys. That is full time. I'm going to end it. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Thank you for the people who are in the panel and people who are in the comments. Yeah, look, I think for me, it's another indifferent performance. There's a lot we complained about. There's a lot that could have been changed. There's a lot that could have been done better. I wish that ball that was played in for Urenas, that was played in for the goal, I wish they played more balls like that in and really hit that counter-attack as hard as possible, you know, which you didn't necessarily see there. I think ASFAR, wonderful effort from that team. They ran. They were in it. They ran. They gave the thing. They're not a dangerous team, but it's one of those teams that will kill you ka effort. They will run faster than you. If we go to a 50-50, we're going to try and win that. And towards the end, you could also tell that maybe they weren't all the way there, anymore. They'd used up their reserves, if I can put it like that. They'd used up all their energy. And I think Sundowns should have punished them towards the end, I believe. There were the spaces that could have been taken over. But another 1-1 draw. So like Agent said, it is an away game. We'll see what happens when they have to play their home games, win the two, because Maniema has done everybody a favor in the group to to draw with Raja. So that keeps the group a little bit open, and maybe this result doesn't hit Sundowns as hard as it could have hit Sundowns. But guys, I'm going to end it there. Monday, 7 p.m. Those, if it's your first time watching, there's a daily show, there's a nightly show, Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. Follow. Same format. You can jump in. We can have conversations. We analyze. I also have my own content that I drop. I dropped a podcast episode on YouTube and Facebook. So YouTube, go onto my YouTube, the Overthinking Football Show. Check it out. And then I have my thoughts that are going to be out in the next hour and a half. Tomorrow, Chiefs is playing. Hey, I almost forgot. Tomorrow, Chiefs is playing. I'm going to be here for the 3 o'clock game, Chiefs, Polokwane City. So please join me. And then, we'll go from there, guys. Thank you so much. Please support, man. Share, like, comment. Let people know. There's a lot of power that people have that we don't use as fans of football, especially for us creators that do these type of things. This is not, you don't get these type of shows, man. You don't get a place where you're not listening to Thomas and a former coach and a former player and all of that stuff. It's us speaking to each other because we actually have a lot. We actually have a lot of things that we know that we don't get to showcase. And it's platforms like this that exist for that. Guys, thank you so much for the support. I'll see you then tomorrow, 3 p.m. Bye, everyone.